Australian melody. So you are Australian melody. Thank you. As you like. Very sharp. नामशष्टं मनुमपि सचैपुत्रमत्रस्वरूपम् रूपं तस्या व्रजपुरीपुरीं माथुरीं गोष्ठवाटिम् राधाकुण्डं गिरिवरमहो राधिका माधवासं प्राप्तो यस्य पतितकृपया श्रीगुरुं तं नतोऽस्मि वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरक्षिणे गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातरया जुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया सर्वो विनेषु तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमान् पुष्टि तवैवास्मि न जीवामि तया विना इति विज्ञाय त्वं मामचरणं First of all, my humble obeisances below the feet of my spiritual Guru Padma, Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupada Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, and in the lotus feet of my Shiksha Guru, Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupada Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj. In the morning I told that I have come only fulfill the desire of my Gurudeva and Shiksha Gurudeva especially. You know how wonderfully in couple of years Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj preached over whole world, in mountains, in oceans, in far remote villages, everywhere in whole world. And he wrote so many books, translated, authorized books, and he established speech center here and there and establishing, publishing books and distributing. Book distribution is also a part of bhakti. We should do what he did, we should try to follow. Actually. But taking the essence of the books himself, ourselves, and then to preach others and to distribute. First you should taste the nectar of the books. Now books, he wrote so many, and everything is there. But even he was here in this world, he has written so many books, not a stopping. And that is why he kept some remnants for me that you should complete. And to fulfill their desires. Now, very authentic books are coming, like Gita Govinda, Bhajan Rahasyam, Ujjwal Nilmani,
Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu,
Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu,
Brihad Bhagavatamrita.
Brihad Bhagavatamrita.
After that,
And after that 10th canto of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explanation. If Krishna will give me life and on some His mercy.
Jaiva Dharma.
So many. But you will have to help me. Swami Ji, my Shiksha Guru has given me so many qualified devotees that they are helping so much. I cannot repay them. Shyamran helping in all. Bhakti Shah Maharaj, Aranya Maharaj, Satyan Maharaj, Van Maharaj, Ashram Maharaj, Padmanath, so many. About 100 computers are going on in my They are always engaged. Myself, 24 hours in writing books, and I am happy. And he is still preaching here, there, going, coming, meeting in so many devotees. I am very happy. Now, as I told in the morning, the aim and object of our life. And then a process by which we can attain that. Not that first process and then object. No. As we have our aim and object of the life, then we will have to proceed. How to attain this? And it will by bhakti only. About more than 5,000 years before, in India, on the bank of Gomti river, Namisharanya, so many devotees, they were assembled at Namisharanya, and all were thinking what to do. Very powerful Kali Yuga is coming, and then every will do against their religious things. Mind. Always be engaged in sense gratifications, and they will be bound to do all these things. To save from Kali Yuga prabhav, influence. What should we do? In the meantime, Sut Goswami came. Saunakadi of 88,000 devotees came there, assembled at about. No computer, no
Internet, microphone.
internet, nothing was there.
No sound system.
No telephone, nothing was there. And how they were collected. Very wonderful. And then they gave proper honor to Sut Goswami. Who Sut Goswami? Two Goswami Sut. Second Sut Goswami, who was the disciple of Srila Gurudeva Goswami. And they asked, what should we do? And then he told, Prayena alpayavusah sabya klarvismin yuge jana manda sumanda mathe manda bhagya upati Prayena alpayavusah. In the time of Satyajug, the age of general persons was not less than 1 lakh years, sometimes more. And in Theta reduced 15,000 years or like that. And after that, in
Dapur.
Dwapar, 100 or more than something. And in Kalyug, even not 100 years. So Prayena Alpa Ayusha, very, very small age. Their life is very short. Manda, their intelligence is very dull. Sumanda Matayo, they are engaged in sense fatigue, gratification and other things, always in bad activities. Eating what? Meat, fishes, eggs, especially
Beef.
fishes, especially fishes. I see that all one, even cats I have seen, they are taking fishes. And all the birds, they sit very like a gentleman on one leg, and when they will see any fish, off.
Yes, in Sydney.
All lives. Western civilization depends on this. Manda bhagya, they will do for good, but it will come, the result will come what?
Opposite result.
Opposite. All will be very unhappy. Upadhyata, always so many kinds of disturbances. They can fix their mind. What to do? You know all these things. Patasado, atajat samudhitya manishaya, buruhi tanme, sabdananam jena atma samprasida. You know everything from your Guru Sukadeva Goswami, that Bhadarayan, Krishna Dvaipa and Ved Vyasa has done. And that books you have read from your Gurudev, you have heard. The essence of all the Vedic literature you have heard. So you know all the things. So now, for us, we are Sadhalu,
Faithful persons.
faithful person. Towards whom? Krishna. So please, what is the essence of all the literature and all the classes of your Gurudev and others that you have heard from Narad, Vyas and others? You should tell us. Jayatma samprasidati. By that practicing, our soul will be satisfied. Our soul will be happy. Now in this world, those who are not devotee or even Kanishta Adhikari, they are not happy. Even only beginning from Madhyam Adhikari, Madhyam, they can realize something and they can be happy. Otherwise, no one in this world is happy. So he asked, and then he became very happy. And then he began to speak what he has heard from Guru. Sutta grihitaya. What meaning? What he has heard from his Gurudev, by serving him, by questioning him very honorably. And what he has realized, he began to tell. Sabai punsang paro dharmo jato bhakti radhokkhaje ahetukya vyavhita ja bhakti purushottame. Oh. What was the question? How our soul will be happy and satisfied. So he is telling Sabai, oh surely and surely and surely. If we will follow Param Dharma, and what is that Param Dharma? from the highest topic of religious, that is Swadharma, transcendental religion.
Religion.
And what that bhakti adhokshaja? Adhokshaja means Krishna. Who Krishna? Nishingadev, Vamandev, who? Rakesh, who? Brajendra Nandan Shyam Sundar. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Brajendra Nandan Gopisha, the most beloved of all the gopis, especially of Srimati Radha. That very Krishna. He is Supreme Lord, Swayam Bhagavan. In the end, after that it will be established. So, bhakti of Krishna, ahetuka prahatyahata, causeless, and apratihata, like honey, continuous, like honey,
Unbroken.
Unbroken stream of honey.
stream. And by this, Atma will suprasidhati, Atma will surely and surely. Why? Nishchit rupena. What?
Sure and certain.
Sure and certain. Soul will be happy. So I have come to remind all these things. Don't always remember two sloks, one of Gita and one of Srimad Bhagavatam. Tatre nukampam susamekshmano bhunjana evatmakritam vipakam hitapak padure yudadan namaste jivet jam mukti pade sadayaka. What sufferings are coming? Anyone cannot give any kind of disturbance or any kinds of what?
Suffering, distress.
Suffering, distress. Anyone is not responsible. Who is responsible? You, yourself. Your activities, bad activities of past lives. If it is coming, try to tolerate. But thinking that this is the mercy of Krishna. If anyone cursing us like Parikshit Maharaj, what is thought? Oh, Krishna, mercy has come. So many pure souls like Srila Goswami, Narad, Vyas, Pulastha, Gautam, all came in a moment. Where is cause? So don't blame anyone that he is the root.
Root of all evil.
Lila Sukh is the root. No. Any other is the root. Brajavallabh Prabhu is the root of all evils. So don't think, then you will be happy. Dukheshu anudigna mana. Sukhesu vigat spriya.
Spriya.
Vitarag bhaya krodha sthiti muni uchyate. Dukheshu anudigna mana. Don't be disturbed when sufferings are coming. Be very good. And sukhesu vigat pressure. Don't have any ambition of being happy. What Krishna is giving, just for tolerate. And think mercy. Be tarag bhaya krodha. You should give up your fear or attachment to worldly things, to son, wife, husband, children, position, any money. Don't. We have not come or taken from your boyhood, from your womb of your mother. Have you brought anything? If in this world you are losing something,
What harm?
Krishna has given.
He has taken back.
You have not come from heavenly planet or any place, Golok Vrindavan.
मुट्ठी बांध के
तो
आया,
भाई,
अपनी हफ्ते साल से
Why? Why you are anxious so much? You cannot anything in this world. Whether you want or not, Maya will not stay for you. Old age will come. Very, very soon running. And death will come. Then all the things what you have collected, position, money, everything, or son, daughter, nephew and others, will have to be. Where to go you don't know. If you are not doing bhajan, you will be animals like hogs, pigs, and others will cut and take you. So, be careful. So, we should know, he has told, Sut Goswami, Bhaktir Adhokshaje. We know the meaning of Adhokshaj Krishna. And especially Brajendra Nandan, Shyam Sundar, Radha Kant, Gopi Vallabh. We know this, Adhokshaj. But what is Bhakti? We should know. Bhakti is very vyapak.
very vast,
Oh, all pervading.
all pervading.
All pervading.
Vyapak.
From Shraddha, last fraction, and up to Madanakhya Mahabhav. But there is gradation of bhakti. As higher Vaishnava are, their bhakti will be more superior. Dhruv was bhakta, Prahlad was bhakta, Ambarish Maharaj was bhakta, Hanuman was bhakta, Pandava were bhakta, Uddhav was bhakta. Are they in one category? After those who are not bhakta, they are Kaya view of Krishna and Radhika. Siddham Subal, Nanda Baba Jasoda and others. Gopis. All the gopis under the guidance of Rup Manjari. All are bhakta. But are they same? No.
No, never.
Even you should know that the bhakti of Dhruv Maharaj was bhakti but not pure. Prahlad Maharaj pure but mixed with Aishwarya Jnana. Hanuman but was lacking something Vrishambha.
Intimacy.
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 Pandava more superior but lacking something. And Uddhav, oh, he was like Krishna. He was more dear than soul even. Brahma, Shankar, Lakshmi, even from Balaram, even he was most dear of Krishna. But Uddhav could not find the end of the gopis' love and affection. Sima was
Limit.
The limit.
limit of
Limit and
gopis.
bottom.
And gopi has how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unlimited. Millions and millions of gopis are. And their all moods are different. So we want to explain something for bhakti. And you should. I have told so many times, but again I am remembering.
কীর্তন একটা
Huh?
কীর্তন একটা
You say,
কীর্তন একটা কীর্তন করে
কত ঘন্টা বলতে?
আধা ঘন্টা
আধা ঘন্টা। So, you should try to know what is real bhakti and then try to practice. First, you should establish your
গোল
goal of the life, goal of your devotion. What you want? Do you want to be Rukmini or the Dasis of Rukmini? Or you want to be like Sita? Do you want what is remaining? Uddhav. You want to be like Uddhav? Yes, yes. You? You don't know. You? You want to be Uddhav? Very good.
Saying no.
No, he's doing like this.
You want to be Lalita Vishakha Gan, Sakhi? You? What you want?
Padabjayo
Padabhyastava vina varadasyamayeva nanyakada visamaye kilaleliyaj. Sakyayate mama namosta namoste. Dasyayate manayate
This is all.
Sri Rupa Manjari Karachita Padapadma.
Don't go to top. Don't think I am goofy. Come down from the level of Shraddha and practice from Shraddha. What is Bhakti? Rupa Goswami has discovered from all Shastra and what he heard from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He made a paribhasha, definition of Bhakti. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, we see लक्षण ही जो भक्ति योगस्य निर्गुणस्य उदाहृतम अहेतुक्य अव्यवहिता जा भक्ति same as here. In other Narada Rishi, Shandilya Rishi, they are fixed the definition of bhakti. सब उपाधि विनिर्मुक्तम तत्परत्वेन निर्बलम श्रीकेश and Shandilya Sa Paranurakti. It covers all the definition in the Shanda Vilasita Sunda Jnana Karma Yana Vrita Anukullena Krishna Bhakti Ruttama. Try to remember this definition. And according to definition, you should try to follow Krishna Bhakti. Very soon you will be like, oh, you should explain in a good way. Where is Mike?
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanandanasalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. So Srila Gurudeva ordered me to speak a few words to elaborate on the meaning of the definition of transcendental devotion.
Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur had told in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindi, you should try to fully do it.
So, on the order of Gurudeva, I'll try to comment on the explanation of this verse of Srila Rupa Goswami.
If anyone is not understanding any question, they can put up.
And we'll do this following the explanation given by Srila Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu. So first of all, Srila Rupa Goswami has given the definition by the inspiration of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anya vilashita shunyam jnana kama jnanabritam anukulyena krishnanu shilanam bhakti uttama. Our first level of understanding is the general translation. What is that? The continuous, uninterrupted cultivation of all endeavors of our body, of our mind, of our words, and of sentiments of the heart, which is meant exclusively for the benefit of Krishna, which is completely devoid of even the slightest smell of any other desire, which is not covered by karma, fruitive activity, jnana, the cultivation of knowledge to attain liberation, yoga, the development of mystic power, and dry austerities and other things. That very continuous cultivation, which is performed under the guidance of Shuddha Vaishnava, of pure devotee of the Lord, that is called Uttama Bhakti.
Again you should explain. And very
That's good.
so slowly, that all can understand.
Can you repeat again? The continuous and unbroken cultivation of every single one of our endeavors, which are performed by our body, by our mind, and by our words, which are meant exclusively for the benefit of Krishna. This will be called Uttam Bhakti if such an endeavor is also completely devoid of any other desire, and it is not covered by karma, the fruitive activities, jnana, the cultivation of knowledge to attain liberation, yoga, the development of mystic power, and dry renunciation. Or then it can be called Uttama Bhakti. So this is the outline
But
of the
in the
definition.
guidance of
Yes. In the Anugatya, under the guidance of a pure devotee, associate of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is called Uttama Bhakti. This is the general definition. But Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he has entered into this subject matter very, very deeply. First of all, he says that this entire verse revolves around the verb shilanam. Shilanam, what does it mean? Shil dhatu, the verbal root shil, means a cultivation. In other words, bhakti is kriyatmaka. It's an activity. It's an activity. Gyan, knowledge is not an activity. If you know that you are thirsty and you need water, but you have no water, then what is the benefit? No benefit. And if you're actually drinking water, then what is the requirement of knowledge? So Gyan has no power or influence. But bhakti is an activity which is performed in two ways. Shil dhatu, this verb, has two parts. One is called cheshta roop and one is called bhav roop. Cheshta roop means an activity which is performed by the senses of maybe the mature body or spiritual body, depending on the stage of the devotee. And bhav roop means the feelings of the heart. So bhakti has two sides. Cheshta roop, the activities, and bhav roop, the feelings of the heart.
Cheshta roop is also two kinds.
Now cheshta roop is divided into two types. That is called sadhan roop and sadhan roop and karya roop. Sadhan roop is practiced by the devotees who are in the level of sadhan bhakti. They are practicing in this world. And that sadhan roop is also divided into two parts. Pravritti atmaka chesta roop and nivritti atmaka chesta roop. In other words, the activity of the devotees who are doing a practice, a sadhan in this world, has two aspects. First, pravritti atmaka chesta roop means that we will have to do all of those things which are very favorable for our advancement in devotional service. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam. All the angas of bhakti, very strongly we'll have to follow that. We'll have to accept all the things which are favorable, such as Utsaha Nistya Dharya Tat Karma Pravatanam. Being very enthusiastic, having confidence, being very patient, accepting all the angas of bhakti, following them carefully. And in this way, this is called Pravritti Atmaka Chesta Rupa. Then Nivritti Atmaka Chesta Rupa will also have to make a chesta, an endeavor, to very firmly give up all those things which are destructive to bhakti. What is destructive? Atyahara, priyasascha, prajalpo niyamagraha. Overeating, over-collecting, over-endeavoring, having bad association, speaking unnecessarily about mundane things. All of these things.
Especially offenses.
Give up. Aparad. don't make any offense to the chanting of Harinam. Don't make any offense in the Seva Aparad, Vaishnava Aparad. Do not offend Guru or Vaishnavas in any way.
There are all kinds of honors.
So this Cheshtarup has two parts, Sadhanam Kartarup. The Sadharup has two parts, Pravritti Atmaka Cheshtarup and Nivritti Atmaka Cheshtarup. To accept the very favorable things and to very firmly, strongly give up the negative things. This also requires very enthusiastic endeavor. It's easy to be enthusiastic about kirtan, but when it becomes time to become enthusiastic about not watching TV or drinking tea or coffee or anything, any addictions, then we don't have so much enthusiasm. But no, bhakti is not like this. Enthusiasm is a knife with two edges. It should be on the positive side, and enthusiasm to also give up the negative things. So that is called the sadhan roop. It has two parts. The karya roop means activities which are undertaken by the devotee who has attained bhav bhakti. In other words, his anubhavs, such as laughing, crying, rolling on the ground. He has contortions of the body, yawning, drooling. All these anubhavs, they're included in the karya roop. So the anubhavs and also satyika bhavs, they're in this category. Now we've discussed the chesta roop. Now we'll discuss the bhav roop. How is bhakti as an emotion, as a transcendental feeling, service to Krishna? This is divided into two parts. One part is called Sthayi Bhav Roop and the other part is called Sanchari Bhav Roop. When the devotee sadhan bhakti is mature, he will attain Rati or the Sthayi Bhav. He'll have one fixed emotional relationship with Krishna. It may be in Dasa, Sakya, Vatsalya or Madhurya, as a servant, as a friend, as a parent or as a beloved. So this permanent sentiment towards Krishna, this is called Sthayi Bhav or Bhav Roop. And Sanchari Bhav, it means that this permanent mood of love for Krishna is like an ocean. But that ocean has many waves. So the waves which are rising and falling in that ocean, there are 33 types of Vyabhachari Bhav. Such as sometimes devotee becomes very proud of Krishna. Sometimes he feels great humility, especially at the time of separation. Sometimes the devotee becomes afraid. Tras Bhav, Marsha, indignation. So many moods like waves rise and fall in the ocean of the Sthayi Bhav. So all of these things, they are included in the word Shilanam. Bhakti is a cultivation of all the endeavors of body, mind and words and also of spiritual moods. This is called Shilanam. But Srila Rupa Goswami has given one prefix here. What is that? Anu. Anu Shilanam. These endeavors and these moods should be not only Shilanam, but Anu Shilanam. The word Anu has many meanings, but two are very prominent. The first meaning of Anu is Nirantara. Bhakti is Nirantara Karyamai. It's continuous. The endeavor should not be stopped at any time. Like Bharat Maharaj. Bharat Maharaj was performing his devotional service. But when he saw the deer drowning, that baby deer, he took the deer out and he began to take care of this deer. So he interrupted his bhakti and in his next life, he took birth as a deer due to attachment to that deer. So here Bharat Maharaj, he was doing bhakti, but what was the defect? Anu. It was not Nirantaryamai. It was not continuous. He took a break, and that break was a very great calamity in his life. So bhakti should not have any interruption. It should be Nirantar, continuous. The second important meaning of the word Anu is Anugatya. Anugatya means to be under guidance. To be under guidance. Those who are near and dear to Krishna, the associates of Krishna. If we will serve Radha and Krishna under their guidance, only then it will be bhakti. If someone will try to make an independent endeavor to approach Radha and Krishna, then their service will never be accepted. But if one will try to become, as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained, Gopi Bhatu Padakamalyo Das Anu Das, here the word Anu comes. The servant of the servant of the servant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, servant of the servant of Radha and Krishna, being very carefully under their guidance, then bhakti will be successful. This Anugati will have to begin in this world. In this life, we must be without any independent mood. We will have to make our heart's desire one with the heart's desire of Guru. Guru mukha bhakya chitete koriya akya ana koriyamani asha. My only desire is this, that my heart should become one with the words emanating from the lotus lips of Guru. So this Anugati will begin here. And if it will not begin here, how will we go to that world? Why? Because the Lalita Vishaka, Chicha, Champagalata and others, the associates of Radharani, they are following Srimati Radhika. She is Yuteshwari. And the Manjaris, Rupa Manjari is following Lalita Sakhi. And all the other Manjaris are following Rupa Manjari. So the transcendental bhakti of the spiritual world itself is Anugatyamayi. It's under guidance of those who are more inspired and perfect in their transcendental love. So if in this world we'll not accept this principle, how will we ever attain that world? Oh, it will be quite impossible. So here Rupa Goswami Pad said, Anu Shilanam. This is bhakti. One other qualification should be there. Anukul Yena Krishna Anushilanam. Devotional service should be Anukul. It means favorable to Krishna. Now, some persons can put forward the idea that the word Anukul means for Krishna's happiness. But our acharyas, they have refuted this point. The word Anukul, meaning favorable, does not mean necessarily for Krishna's happiness, immediate happiness. Why? Because we see that if Krishna is naughty, then what will Mother Yashoda do? She'll take him by the ear and twist his ear and give him a slap. And he'll begin to weep. If she's dressed him very nicely, and then he goes and becomes covered in mud and cow dung and dust, and then he comes to his mother, "Oh mother, mother, I want to come in your lap." She'll say, "No, I will not give you my breast milk," and Krishna will weep. So here it seems that Mother Yashoda is making Krishna unhappy, making him cry. Krishna wants to drink her breast milk, but what will she do? She will put him down and go and save the milk which is boiling over on the stove. Why? This makes Krishna unhappy. No. Here bhakti means not for the immediate happiness of Krishna, but for his benefit. Mother Yashoda thinks, if I will give some chastisement to Krishna when he's naughty, then I give him some discipline, then when he grows up he'll be a very good character. But if I don't chastise him and give him discipline, when he grows up, he may become a dacoit or a thief or any bad character, he may become a rascal, a scoundrel, and he'll be very upset. So I have to control him and discipline him. Or I have to save the milk from boiling over. Why? Because Krishna likes to drink my breast milk, but he also likes kheer, sweet rice. He likes to take a rubbery and he likes paneer. He likes yogurt and butter. I cannot make yogurt, butter and cheese from my breast milk. So I'll have to put him down and save the milk from boiling over, so that I can make all of these things for the benefit of Krishna. So we see on the other hand, Srila Vishnu Thakur gives an example, that when Krishna was in the wrestling arena of Kamsa, in that Ranshala, he began to fight. Krishna and Balaram Prabhu fought with Chanura and Mustika. At that time, those powerful wrestlers, they were trying to kill Krishna and Balaram, and they would beat them with their fists and try to crush them. So when Krishna was beaten by the fists of the wrestlers, at that time he was very happy because he was in a mood for a good fight. So this gave happiness to Krishna. But is it bhakti? It can never be bhakti, because their intention is not to benefit Krishna, but rather to kill Krishna. So the conclusion is that anukul, favorable, the word anukul means pratikul bhav rohita. That this service, which is under guidance towards Krishna, should be pratikul bhav rohita. It should be rohit, that means completely devoid of pratikul bhav, any mood of animosity or enmity, or any mood against or opposed to Krishna. This is the meaning of the word anukul. So, anukul yena Krishna anushinam bhakti uttama.
One thing more. Anything which is not life, कोई चीज है प्रतिकूल तो नहीं है, अनुकूल भी नहीं है, तो what should you do?
So, if there's something which is an inanimate object, has no life, like a tree or a rock or a stone, this has no mood against Krishna. So will it be bhakti? No. Therefore, Rupa Goswami Pad, he had to use both words. Anukul yena and Krishna Anushilanam. The Anukulyena indicates there should not be any mood against Krishna. And at the same time, there should be Krishna Anushilanam.
Chesta. There should be chesta.
Positive endeavor. The Shilanam means an endeavor. Should also make an endeavor. So someone who is neutral, on the fence, not doing anything negative, but also not doing anything positive. Their existence, the idea, it cannot be bhakti. Therefore, Rupa Goswami very carefully included the word Anukulyena and Anushilanam, so that you have a perfect idea of bhakti. If this is called the Swarup Lakshan of bhakti, or the intrinsic form of bhakti. The intrinsic nature of bhakti has been defined by the line Anukulyena Krishna Anushilanam. But unless the Tatastha Lakshan, or the marginal characteristic, the extrinsic characteristic of bhakti is also present, it may be called bhakti, but it will not be called Uttama Bhakti. That bhakti which is Uttam, Ut means above and Tama means darkness. It will be Uttama Bhakti, the devotional service which is above the darkness of this material world. In other words, transcendental bhakti, if the marginal or extrinsic characteristic, the Tatastha Lakshan, is present. So what is that Tatastha Lakshan? We may try very hard to follow the Swarup Lakshan, or the intrinsic form of bhakti, but unless the extrinsic characteristics of bhakti are also present, then it will never be transcendental. So we have to be very careful for that. The extrinsic or Tatastha Lakshan of bhakti is given in the first line of the verse. That is, Anyabilashita Shunyam. This is the first one. And the second one, Jnana Kamatyana Vritam. So we'll look at them one by one. First of all, Anyabilashita Shunyam. The word Shunya means completely devoid of. Not even a trace, not even a smell. If you have a bottle with some petrol, some gasoline in it, and you pour out all the gasoline, now it's empty. But what happens? Some smell is left behind. So our heart should be free from Anyabilas, free from other desires. Should not have any...
No. Something wrong.
Can you come to see it later? So it should be free from Anyabilas, other desires. That means in the heart there should not be any desire. But even if all desires come out, even the smell should not be left behind. Completely purified of other desire. Only the vritti of Swarup Shakti, the essence of Samveta and Hladini Shakti, can take out everything that there's no smell of any other desire at all. So here, Anyabilashita Shunyam means completely devoid of any. Anya means other, Abilas means desire. So Anyabilas Shunyam. But there's a little suffix here on the end of the word. Anyabila Shita. Why did Rupa Goswami Pad give this suffix on the end of the word?
Why he could not tell Annapilash? Why he told Annapilashita?
So this is the very cryptic question. Why does the verse say this? Why not Anyabilas Shunyam? Why Anyabila Shita Shunyam? Why? Oh, it's a very difficult point. But our acharyas, such as Srila Vishwanath Thakur, have cleared it very carefully. First of all, we should understand that this pratyay, this suffix on the end of Anyabilas, indicates that it means having the quality at the time of one's natural disposition. In other words, one should have the quality of being completely devoid of all other desires when one is situated in his natural disposition. So this is quite a complex point, but by an illustration we can understand it very easily. If a person, they never ordinarily ask Krishna for anything at all, but at the time of great danger, if a calamity will come, if a life-threatening situation will come, it may,
Like Draupadi.
such as Draupadi. When Draupadi was in the council of the Kauravas, and Dushashan, he came and he wanted to rip off her sari and make her naked in front of everyone. At that time, Draupadi was very helpless. At that time when Dushashan was tearing away her sari, she raised her hands in the air and called out, Hey Govinda, hey Gopal, Rakho Sharan Apto Jivana Hari. Oh Krishna, now my life will be finished. Please, I am taking shelter of you, please save me. And what happened? Krishna appeared there in his Vastra avatar, in his sari incarnation. He became the sari of Draupadi, and Dushasha was pulling and pulling meters and meters and meters of cloth. His arms are as powerful as 60,000 elephants. But he was pulling and pulling until those powerful arms became tired, and the sari was piled up to the ceiling. But still the sari was still coming, and it never came to an end. So Krishna appeared as the Vastra avatar, Draupadi's sari incarnation, to save her. Now, someone may say that if bhakti is the cultivation of all endeavors which are for the benefit of Krishna, then Draupadi is not doing bhakti. Why? Because she called out to save her own shame, to protect her own shyness. So she has broken the definition of bhakti. So can we say that Draupadi has interrupted her devotional service? We cannot. Why? Because in ordinary circumstances in her life, she would never think of asking Krishna for anything. She only wants to serve him. But when she was put into this very dangerous, life-threatening situation, at that time, to call out to Krishna, "Oh Krishna, please save me." This is not a breach or an interruption in one's bhakti, because it's not in one's nature. It is not one's nature. Srila Gurudeva gives another example. Once upon a time, there were some boys playing in the forest, and they thought they would play a joke. So they began to scream, "Help, help, there's a tiger coming." So the men in the village took their weapons and ran out there. And when they came to fight with the tiger, all the boys were laughing. And they saw it was a trick. Actually, there's no tiger there. Then, on another day, again they thought they would play the same joke. Help me, a tiger's coming." And then they came running there, but there was no tiger. But then one day came, and a real tiger came. And then the boys called out, help us, a tiger has come." But the men in the village, they thought, they're playing a trick on us again, and they didn't go. Why? Because those boys, they were not in danger. Yet they were in the habit of calling, "Oh, please come and help me." It was their habit. So at one stage, then no one came to help them. So for that person, it was in their nature to ask for help, even though there was no dangerous situation. So that person is not, they have anyabilashita. It is in their nature that in a natural condition, they have other desires. So Rupa Goswami Pad said, anyabilashta shunyam, that because devotees in this world, especially the sadhak, he has some connection with his body. At the time of danger, he's bound to call out to the Lord. Yet, the Lord will not consider this to be a break in his devotional service. And therefore, to accommodate that instance, to accommodate that situation within the definition of bhakti, then Rupa Goswami Pad gave the suffix sita and wrote Anyabila sita shunyam. Is it clear? Srila Gurudeva said if there are any questions, if someone does not understand, they can raise their hand. So Anyabila sita shunyam jnana kamadyanavritam. This is the beauty of the definition of Srila Rupa Goswami, that his definition does not have the fault of ativyakti or avyakti dosh. Ativyakti dosh means his definition is not too broad, that it will include things which are actually not bhakti, such as the fighting of the beating of the wrestlers against Krishna, which gave Krishna happiness. And avyakti dosh means that his definition is not too narrow, that it will exclude something which will be included in bhakti, such as Madhya Yashoda's putting Krishna down and making him cry, or Draupadi's calling out for help when she was being disrobed by Dushashan. So this is the beauty and perfection of Srila Rupa Goswami Pad's definition, that it has no ativyakti dosh, the defect of overextension of the definition, and avyakti dosh, the defect of underextension of the definition. Now, jnana kamadyanavritam. Bhakti should not be covered by karma. What does karma mean? Karma means activities prescribed in the Vedas. So what is prescribed in the Vedas? You have to eat, you also have to breathe, you have to take a bath. There are so many bodily necessities that we'll have to do. In Vedic society, if your parents pass away, then you have to offer shraddha, do the pinda, offering some oblations for your deceased forefathers. These are different types of karmas given in the Vedas. So should you give up all of these things? Should it be karma jnanadi shunyam? No. Rupa Goswami Pad said, no, that you don't have to give up these things. It should be jnana kamadi anavritam. That the duties of life should not cover your bhakti. So now the question comes, when do the duties that we have to perform in our life cover our bhakti? When? When we have faith in those duties, thinking that if I do them, my devotion to Krishna will increase. And if I neglect them, my devotion to Krishna will be hampered. It will be detrimental for my devotion. So if someone thinks, my parents have passed away, I will have to do their Shraddha ceremony, and if I don't do it, then my bhakti will be upset, then that person now has some faith in karma, which is covering his devotional service. And if he thinks, if I don't do it, it will disturb my bhakti. If he thinks, if I do it, then my bhakti will increase. This faith in karma, or prescribed duties of this world, is a covering of bhakti. So what is the prescription? Oh, we'll have to take a bath, we'll have to eat, we'll have to breathe, we'll have to do some duties in society. Sannyasis, brahmacharis, these are also duties that we'll perform. But we will not think that, if I don't offer the oblations to my forefathers, then this will destroy my bhakti. In other words, Krishna explained in Gita, Kamani evadikaraste na phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala hetuvo maste sangostva kamani. Hey Arjun, you have a right to do your duty, you can do it. But don't think that you are the cause of the results of your activities. Don't think that you are the enjoyer of the fruit of your activities. So if a person, a devotee in this world, accepts some duties in life, but in a mood of detachment, being detached from them, it will not cover his bhakti. So karma. Now jnana. Jnana means knowledge. There are three types of knowledge. Tvam padartha jnana, tat padartha jnana, and Brahma Jiva Aikya jnana. First, tat padartha jnana. Knowledge of what is God. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is knowledge. Krishna is Sarva Shaktiman. He has all potencies. Internal potency, external potency, this world, and Tatastha Shakti, from which the living entities have manifested. He has the power to make the impossible possible and the possible impossible. From him, in a moment, he can create millions of universes and destroy them again. And in a moment recreate them again, so quickly you don't notice the difference even. Krishna is so powerful. This is knowledge of God. That is called Tat Padartha Gyan. Another type of knowledge, Tvam Padartha Gyan. Knowledge of ourselves. Who am I? Am I God? No, I am not God. Am I the absolute truth? No. Who am I? Krishna said, Mamaivangso Jivaloke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Every living entity is my separated part and parcel. The living entity is eternal. He has no beginning, middle and end. And by Swarup, by constitution, Jivera Swarupai Krishnera Nityadas. Every soul, by constitution, is a servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is called Tvam Padartha Gyan. Now the third type of knowledge, Brahma Jiva Aikya Gyan. That means to cultivate the knowledge that Brahma, the Supreme Absolute Truth, Nirvishesh, Nirakar, Nirgun, Nishakti, having no power, having no shape, no form, no personality, that is the Supreme Truth, and the Jiva and that impersonal Brahma are the same. There's no difference between them at all. Everything is one, and whatever variety exists is complete illusion. So this is another type of Gyan. It's called Brahma Jiva Aikya Gyan. So of these three types of knowledge, Tat Padartha Gyan, knowledge of God, and Tvam Padartha Gyan, knowledge of the soul, these two types of knowledge do not cover bhakti. In the beginning, we'll have to have this type of knowledge. When bhav is mature, at that time we can forget. But in the beginning, this knowledge is essential. Sambandha Gyan, Sadharana Sambandha Gyan. A general or common knowledge of the relationship between the soul and God is important. And therefore, in the beginning, it will not cover bhakti. But the impersonalistic knowledge that no, we are not individuals, and there's only oneness, just like light and nothing else exists, and we are that light, I am God, you are God, we are all God. In that light there is nothing. So ultimately God is nothing and everything is nothing, like Shunyavad. And voidism. This knowledge is very dangerous and it will be an obstacle and it will cover bhakti. It will not allow bhakti to manifest itself. Therefore Rupa Goswami Pad said, Jnana kamadyanavritam. Some karma we should accept without attachment, so that it will not cover. Some jnana we cannot accept, so that we can understand the direction, the aim of our life and how to attain it. We can accept. But those having faith in karma and having impersonal knowledge, this is very dangerous to bhakti, so we should not follow that, because it will be the avrita, it will be a covering. That should be given up. Now karma, jnana, adi. The word adi means etc. So by the word adi, Srila Rupa Goswami Pad has indicated the practice of mystic yoga. Those who follow the Astanga yoga system and they control their breathing and go into meditation and do hard austerities, and the aim and object of their practice is yoga siddhi, mystic power, anima, lagima, mohima, kama vasayita, prakti siddhi. They want to be able to fly in the sky. They want to be able to reach out and pick an apple from the other side of the world. They want to become lighter than air or smaller than an atom so they can enter into anything. These are mystic powers. The desire to attain, all these mystic powers is very detrimental for bhakti. So this should also be given up, these desires and this attempt to attain mystic power. Here, Adi also does not only indicate the practice of the mystic yoga system for yoga siddhi, but also indicates shushka vairagya, dry renunciation. Those who will, just leave everything and give up everything. Artificially, by force, they give up their eating and their sleeping. They become very austere. What will happen? Their heart will become very hard. And bhakti, which is very soft and sweet, will not be able to enter into that heart. When their hearts become hard, then they also become proud. Oh, no one can stay awake for as many days as me. Who can eat as little food as me? All are lazy, they have to take rest, but I never take rest. And when someone becomes very austere, by force, not by the influence of bhakti, but by force. You know that Raghunath Das Goswami also gave up eating and sleeping and all of these things. But why? Because he was weeping. Hey Radhe Braja Devi Ke Chalalite. Hey Nanda Sunokata. Oh Radhika, where are you? Oh Krishna, where are you? Oh Lalita Saki, where are you? His renunciation was like lines in stone. But it was not artificial. He left all the things of this world because he was absorbed in separation, love in separation from Radha and Krishna. So automatically he forgot everything. But those who artificially will try to renounce everything, their heart will become hard, they may become proud, and they may commit offenses, like Durvasa Rishi and others, Subari Rishi and others. And as a result of that offense, what happened? Then they're coming to a very dangerous and diabolical situation in their life. Subari Rishi fell down, and Durvasa Rishi was chased all over the universe by the flaming Sudarshan Chakra. So Rupa Goswami Pad, he said, if we want our continuous unbroken endeavors of body, mind and words, which is performed under the guidance of Sadguru and Vaishnavas, to be actually transcendental, we should not have any other desire in a natural condition. We should not have faith in karma, jnana, yoga and dry renunciation, astrology. Now the devotees are thinking, what should I do? Should I surrender to Guru and Krishna? Should I leave all things and go to India and be under the guidance of Guru? Let me look in my astrological chart. My astrological chart says that I will be a pure devotee after 15 years, so I'll take it easy now. And then after 15 years, then I'll become serious. And those who have faith in astrology and these things, they don't understand. It is true that your life history is written on the palm of your hand. But those who will clap their hands in the kirtan of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all their lives will be changed, and all their future can be finished, and Krishna will take away all their karmas, and by surrender at the lotus feet of Sri Guru, they can enter into pure bhakti at that moment when they surrender to his lotus feet.
Thank you. When one question will come. In this definition, it has been called Krishnanushilana. Krishnanushilana, for Krishna. Then why to serve Guru, Shiksha Dikha, Vishambhenu Guru Seva, and other parts of Bhakti by Sundar Gopal. Why we should serve Guru? By Diksha and Siksha, we should know everything done for Krishna only. Then why all these limbs of
Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We should know that
my question first.
the question is, in this definition of pure bhakti, Srila Rupa Goswami states, Krishnanushilanam. One should engage, one should cultivate all endeavors for the benefit in the service of Sri Krishna. So the question may arise, why should a person serve Guru? Why should a person serve the Vaishnavas? Does it not merely suffice to engage all of one's actions?
What is the need of Diksha and Siksha?
What is the need of Shiksha and Diksha? Why Guru Padashraya, taking shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Guru? Does it not
We should serve Krishna, not why we have to serve Guru?
Does it not suffice simply to serve Sri Krishna? We should understand that Bhagavan has two manifestations, Vishaya Bhagavan and Ashray Bhagavan. Vishaya Bhagavan is Sri Krishna. Ashray Bhagavan is Baladev Prabhu or Nityananda, in other words, Guru Tattva. In the verse in Srimad Bhagavatam, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atmani Vedanam. The same question arises. Are these 9 limbs of bhakti to be directed simply in the service of Sri Krishna? No. The verse that follows, Iti pung sadpita Vishnu bhaktischannava lakshana kriyeta bhagavatyadha tanmanye dhitam uttamam. The word here, the dual case has been used for this very specific reason. In other words, one will not simply worship Krishna, but one will also worship Guru or Ashray Bhagavan. It is stated, Pratamantu Gurum Puja Tataschaiva Mamarchanam Kurvan Siddhim Avapnoti Yanyata Nishpalang Bhavet. Here Shri Krishna states, any person who endeavors to worship me alone without worshipping Sri Guru first, the endeavors of that person will be worthless. In other words, such a person will achieve nothing. Yet, someone who first, with all dedication, worships Sri Guru, and then, under the guidance of Sri Guru, worships Sri Krishna, that person will attain all perfection. This particular point is stated in all Shastra. Yasya deve para bhaktir yata deve tata guru tasyaite katitaya ta prakashante mahatmana. If one wishes to attain para bhakti, in other words transcendental bhakti, in other words uttama bhakti, which we've just been speaking about, what should such a person do? Such a person must give his heart unconditionally in the service of Sri Guru. Such a person must worship Guru with the same dedication, love, attention, and lack of interruption or break as one serves Sri Hari.
Yasya Devi Parabhakti. You remember? This is slow. Go.
So, it is stated throughout Shastra,
Bhakti should be for Krishna and also Krishna Sambandhi. then bhakti, Krishna sambandhi, even a straw which is favorable for Krishna, and this is for Krishna, related to Krishna. If he will do bhakti to Mother Jashoda, where it will go? If you have same kind of bhakti to Mother Jashoda, Nanda Baba, Gopis, then where it will go? Or to Krishna. So it should be related to Krishna and for Krishna both. Then it will be bhakti. Oh, Gausunda, can you sing Difale, Hari Hari, Difale, Janu, Govain, like your melody of your sister? Try. तुम्हें बाजे रखो तुम Oh, what?
Stated that Uttama Bhakti consists of two parts, Shaistarup and Bhavarup, or the endeavors of the body, mind, and words, and the sentiments of the heart. So how is it that part of Chastarup is sadhana? Because in sadhana bhakti, is there bhav, is there sentiments of the heart?
I could not understand. Sorry. Oh, what he is telling? Oh, you should reply. I could not understand.
Srimati Shanavani Giri is raising this question. That
What question?
the question is, if the bhakti, pure bhakti, has two parts, sadhan roop and bhav roop, but in the stage of sadhan, there's no bhav. So can sadhan bhakti be included in the definition of Uttama bhakti?
Oh, this question has been arised by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur himself. He is telling, Atah Krishnamadi na bhavit grajyendrena sevan mukho hi jivado swayam spuratta. Any sadhak, by his tongue, by any his material senses, cannot be used in Krishna Bhakti. Because Krishna Bhakti is transcendental. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Bandhanam, Saktam, all. Sadhu Sanganam, Kirtan, Bhagavad, Shravan, Mathura, Vas, Srimurti. All are transcendental. How a sadhak by all his material senses he can do in the bhava? Oh, Krishna is very merciful. Very. And bhakti, what is? The mode of Radhika. So Radhika is herself bhakti. She knows everything. When we will pray under the guidance of Gurudeva, then Tadatma mood will come. Tadatma, you know? Then, oh, mercifully, Krishna or Radhika sprinkle their mercies. And then that mood will come by the mercy of Krishna in the senses of material senses of the devotees, and that is called Tadatma.
But Bob, you're speaking about Tadatma starts in Bhava Bhakti. So sadhana bhakti is not on the level of
Sadhan,
Bhava.
at that time there is no mode. What sadhan? Beginning from Dhruva and other devotees which have not attended mood or rati, their bhakti will be called bhakti or not. All are sadhan up to bhava stage, rati stage. All are sadhan. Understand?
Sadhana is before Bhava.
All are sadhan.
Even in
Beginning from Shraddha and ending up to Rati, achieving Rati. That is why Bilvamangal. They are sadhak. He has mood or not. He has. But sadhak, like Dhruva, has he mood or not? He has no mood. He worships Krishna, meditating Krishna, only for his reason, to have kingdom. So no more. But still it will be called sadhak.
So this
But-
is the sadhan of a Bhava Bhakta.
Yes. Yes. Understand? You also?
Question.
What?
Earlier, Gurudev, you said there were two verses we should know. One from the Bhagavatam, and you gave that verse, Tatenu Kampan. And then you said one from Gita, but you never...
Oh, I told.
What is that?
दुखेषु अनुदिग्मेन सुखेषु विगत स्प्रिया बीत राग भय क्रोध. That he can do bhajan, otherwise not. Fickle man cannot do bhajan. Those who want to take revenge that he has done against me, I should take revenge. This person cannot do bhajan. Never and never. So, in the morning he told, what name? Leela Prabhu. Tidadapi sunichena tarorapi sahisranuna amanina manane kirtaniya sada. We should try to follow. Not only by words, by heart, core of heart we should follow. And then you will see, oh, very soon your bhakti is developed. So, Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janate Asu Vairagyam Jnanam Cha Jata. If that kind of bhakti that we explained just now, Vasudeva, here Krishna, if that kinds of pure bhakti will be in the world for the benefit of Krishna, to please Krishna both, then what will be? Very soon, all kinds of tattva gyan that he told. Tat padartha gyan, tang padartha gyan, all kinds of gyan. Even bhav, mood, everything will come. By the association of bona fide Guru and qualified Vaishnava like Suk, Narad, or you know Narad, he is not only in this world, he is not only in heavenly planet, he is not only in Golok, Dwarka, he has so many forms as Krishna. In all universes, millions of Narad, but form is same, but mode is different. So, Janat Asu Vairagyam, what will be? Vairagya means detachment from body. Detachment will go from your children, your husband, your wives. Then how? Then favorable for Krishna. Some be like Abhimanyu, like Arjun, mother and father. Like who heard Bhagavatam? Parikshit Maharaj. Like that. So Vairagya will come like home. Bharat Maharaj in his lost life, Brahman life. Like Raghunath Das Goswami. Like Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. Vairagya will come. And all kinds of knowledge will come. But one thing, Dharma Sunishchita, that bhakti, dharma adbhakshya bhakti, if you are doing, but no taste in Hari Katha, sweet and powerful pastimes of Krishna, you have no interest, no taste, then all you are doing bhajan and all in the power of your senses, continuous doing everything, will nothing do, like zero. And that is why in Srimad Bhagavatam, top to bottom, first the life history of devotee, and after that, sweet pastimes of Krishna has been told, top to bottom. Especially Braja Leela has been told. Those who will Evam Brata Saprai Priya Nama Kritya Jatanuragoditta Chittavochai Asapta Ghoro Datirotira Gai Unamadhyate Nityati Loka Srinvan Subhadrani Rathanga Pane Janmani Karmani Chajani Loka Gitani Namani Tatatthakani Gayam Vilajjo Vichare Dasanga. These sweet pastimes of Krishna, who will explain, who will hear, who will certify, अनुमोदन करवे, माने अनुमोदन अनुमोदन that is he is telling okay, conform, who will conform, all will have pure bhakti. So Hari Katha, without Hari Katha, in the association of high class of Vaishnava, those who have given, who are detached from worldly relations, and with a tattva gyan, with her knowing the sweet and powerful pastimes of Krishna, from there we will have to hear. We will have to explain, even in our songs, in our literature, writing, hearing, anyhow, it comes in our heart, in our mind. Then, at once we will be liberated and Krishna Bhakti will come. Then, Vadanti Tattva Vidas Tattam, we will explain tomorrow. Some things should be left for tomorrow. But I am satisfied that, so many devotees from Fiji, mainland, Australia, India, there, Seychelles, from Singapore, New Zealand, Holland, America, all are here. I am very happy, and you should try to manage the classes of devotees in morning, in midday. They should announce, and you should try to hear all classes, because they are managing your prasadam event, everything. Only you will have to hear Hari Katha and to sleep, nothing else. Haribol! For 5 days, 5 days more.
5 days more. So, tomorrow is Purnima for all gentlemen shaving. We have a schedule printed up. There's about 15 copies right now. We can make more. We will be putting up, posting the copies at all the strategic homes and buildings here for everyone. But if you want your own copy to carry around, see Mahaprabhu, Prabhu. And this has the schedule of classes and also the topics of those classes. So, and also if, tomorrow morning's class at 7:30, Sripad Bhaktivedanta Sajan Maharaj on Shravanam, the process of hearing. Then at bhajans will start then at 7, then 7:30 class, then again bhajans at 10:30, and class at 11 by Sripad Bhaktivedanta Madhav Maharaj. Guru.
Krishna Shiva